Hello students, we are discussing JEE Advanced 2022 papers. Okay. Today we are discussing paper 1 of 2022. Let us see the first question. Say let M denote the determinant of a square matrix capital M, where G from 0 pi by 2, the domain is 0 pi by 2 to capital R, set of real numbers, be the function defined by G of theta is equal to f of the root of f of theta minus 1 plus root of f of pi by 2 minus theta minus 1. So this is what G of theta, okay. So this is what G of theta, okay. This is what G of theta, where f of theta is equal to 1 by 2, determinant 1 sin theta 1 minus sin theta 1 sin theta minus 1 minus sin theta 1, etc. Okay. Now see this determinant, though it seems to be a very big tougher problem, actually it's a very simple problem. Why? Because see this second determinant, if you see the second determinant, or here you can see that sin pi is equal to 0, minus cos pi by 2 is 0, tan pi is equal to 0. So diagonal elements are zeros. The diagonal elements are zeros. Okay. And what is the question? Let Px be a quadratic polynomial. Px is a quadratic polynomial whose roots are the maximum and minimum values of this function g theta. So the roots are maximum of gx, and minimum of gx. Okay. These are the roots of Px. So Pfx is it's a quadratic polynomial, and it is given that the roots are maximum and minimum of this function. This is what g of theta is equal to. So we have to find the maximum and minimum of this function. Okay, and what is g theta? It is a function of f of theta. And what is f of theta? F of theta is this function. Okay, then and one more thing is given, p of 2, the value of p of x at x equal to, when x equal to 2, p of x is equal to 2 minus root 2. That is what given. Now let us see this determinant, the diagonal elements are all zeros, and cos theta plus pi by 4, when you expand you will get cos theta cos pi by 4 minus sin theta sin pi by 4. Okay, cos theta minus sin theta by root 2, and when you expand this one, that will be my sin theta minus cos theta by root 2. That means this and these two are negative of each other. Suppose this is alpha, then this is minus alpha. The same way, if you expand this tan theta minus pi by 4, you will be getting tan theta minus 1 by tan theta plus 1, 1 plus tan theta, okay, tan theta minus 1 by tan theta plus 1. And when you expand this one, you will get just the reverse. That means 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus tan theta you will be getting. That means if this is beta, this is minus beta. And obviously log 4 by pi and this is log pi by 4. 4 by pi is reciprocal of pi by 4. Therefore, if this is gamma, this is minus gamma. So that, this is this alpha, beta, gamma. Here it is, suppose it is, the reverse sign. That means opposite sign is coming over here. So, this is a skew symmetric matrix. So, you know that for a skew symmetric matrix of odd order, this is of order 3. Skew symmetric matrix of odd order, the determinant value is equal to 0. So this determinant is equal to 0. So that means we can ignore that one. And finally what you are getting, f of theta is equal to half of, okay, determinant 1 sin theta 1 minus sin theta 1 sin theta and minus 1 minus sin theta. 1. So let me write over here, f of theta is equal to determinant 1 sin theta 1 sin theta 1 and then minus sin theta 1 sin theta, minus sin theta 1 sin theta, and this is minus 1 minus sin theta 1, minus 1 minus sin theta 1. So when you expand, you will be getting 1 into 1 plus sin square, 1 plus, is a half is also here, okay, this is 0, that is 0, this is 0. So this is 1 plus sin square theta minus sin theta into again 0. So 1 plus sin square theta plus again 1 into sin square theta plus 1, that is 2 into 1 plus sin square theta into a half is there. So this is what f of theta. So f of theta is equal to half into 2 into, that means this is finally you will be getting what? Sin square theta. Understood? 1 plus sine square theta. So f of theta is nothing but, it's a very simple function, 1 plus sine square theta. It's a trigonometric function. And let us see what is given. G of theta is equal to f of theta minus root of f of theta minus 1 plus root of f of pi by 2 minus theta minus 1. Now what is f of pi by 2 minus theta? That is sine square theta will become what? So f of pi by 2 minus theta will be nothing but 1 plus cos square theta. 1 plus cos square theta. So 1 plus sin square theta and 1 plus cos square theta, because pi by 2 minus theta, sin pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. Okay. So 1 plus cos square theta, and g of theta is equal to what? Root of this minus 1. F of theta minus 1 is sin square theta. Root of sin square theta plus, again, f of pi by 2 minus theta minus 1. That is root of cos square theta. And moreover, the theta is from 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 to r. Okay, so the domain is 0 pi by 2 in the first quadrant. The domain is in the first quadrant. You know the first quadrant, cos theta and sin theta both are positive. Okay, so root of sin square theta, actually it is mod sin theta. You have to write mod sin theta plus mod cos theta. But since it is the first quadrant, we can ignore the modulus sign. So I will be getting what? Sin theta plus cos theta. Sin theta plus cos theta. Because it is in the first quadrant. Because it is in the first quadrant. Since it is in the first quadrant, because given that it is, see, it is from 0 pi by 2 to r. It is given the function, okay, g of theta. So, okay, so cos theta minus sin, okay, now, now we have to find the maximum and minimum values of this function g of theta. So what is g of theta? G of theta is equal to sin theta plus cos theta. Okay, now sin theta plus cos theta, what is its maximum minimum? See, when you draw the graph of sin theta from 0 to pi by 2, the graph will be like this. Okay, the graph will be like this. So this is what sin theta from 0 to pi by 2. Okay, I will draw it somewhere, right over here. This is sin theta. So when you draw from in the first quadrant, you will be getting what? Sin theta is from 0 to pi by 2. It is like this. Okay, pi by 2. Okay, this is 0. So this value is 1. And what about cos theta? Cos theta is starting from here. It is cos 90 is 0. Okay, this is what? Cos theta. Got it? Understood? This is what? Cos theta. This is cos theta. Because I am drawing only from 0 to pi by 2 the first quadrant. Okay. Now when you add sin theta plus cos theta, mod sin theta plus mod cos theta, sin theta plus cos theta, that means 0 plus 1 will be here, 0 plus 1 will be here, and the function will be like this. Okay. So this is what? Sin theta plus cos theta graph. Sin theta plus cos theta graph will be like this. Okay. So the graph of sin theta plus cos theta is like this. This is what? So what is its minimum value? Minimum value is 1. And what about maximum value? Maximum value is at this point. That is, this is pi by 4. And what about at pi by 4? This value is what? 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. That is equal to root 2. Because cos pi by 4 plus sin pi by 4. 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 is root 2. So that is what the maximum value is. The maximum value is root 2. So the minimum value is equal to 1 and maximum is equal to what? Root 2. Okay. Now let us come back to this question. See, let Px be a quadratic polynomial whose roots are maximum minimum values of this function. So what about P of theta? We can write these two are the roots of a polynomial. So what we can write the polynomial is, we can assume the polynomial to be P of x is equal to, okay, x minus 1 into x minus root 2, because 1 and root 2 are the roots, and you have to put a constant, a constant for x, because it can be lambda x square plus something. Okay, so you should always write lambda into x minus 1 into x minus root 2. That is the polynomial. And in order to find lambda, they are given a condition. What is the condition given? P of 2 is equal to 2 minus root 2. Okay, so P of 2 is equal to 2 minus root 2 means I am putting P of 2 is equal to 2 minus root 2. They are given. And what about this 2 minus 1? 1 into 2 minus root 2. So that 2 minus root 2 cancels. You will be getting lambda is equal to 1. So lambda is equal to 1. So our polynomial is what? P of x is equal to what? X minus 1 into x minus 2. X minus 1 into x minus 2 is our polynomial. Okay. Now, what is the question? Again, look at the question. Okay. We got the polynomial. Now, you have to check P of 3 plus root 2 by polynomial P of 3 plus root 2 by 4 less than 0 or greater than 0, etc. So for that, what you have to do is, you have to draw the curve. Okay. Say this represents a parabola. actually x minus 1 into x minus 2. Yeah, whatever it is. Now let us draw how the parabola shape will be. It is 1 over here and root 2 over here. It is plus minus, okay, plus. So parabola will be like this, okay. Okay, this is x-axis, suppose, okay, the parabola will be like this. Understood? Okay, that is what. Okay, now anything if the value of x is greater than root 2, for any x greater than root 2, it is positive. For between 1 and root 2, for x between 1 and root 2, okay, it is negative. P of x is negative. And for x less than 1, P of x is positive. That is the meaning. That's the meaning. Now, let us see the first one. P of 3 plus root 2 by 4. Now, what about P of 3 plus root 2 by 4? P of 3 plus root 2 by 4 means P of 3 plus root 2 will be 3 plus 1.4, that is 4.4. 4.4 by 4, that is equal to 1.1. P of 1.1. It is 1.1. It is 1.1 approximately. 1.1 is coming over here, so it will be less than 0. It will be less than 0. So, it is given that it is less than 0. Option A is correct. Okay. And what about option P? Option B. P of 1 plus 3 root 2 by 4. P of 1 plus 3 root 2 by 4. P of 1 plus 3 root 2 by 4. 1 plus 3 root 2, obviously it is again more than that. So, that again will be, yeah, you have to find out 1 plus 3 root 2. That is 1 plus 3 into 1.4. That is 4.2 by 4. That is 5.2 by 4. 5.2 means what? 1.3, it will be something like, okay. 1.3 will be again or here only. Okay, 1.3 is less than root 2 because root 2 is 1.4 approximately. So, that will be again less than 0. It will be again less than 0. But what is given? Let us check. It is greater than 0, therefore it is wrong. This is wrong. And what about P of 5 root 2 minus 1 by 4? In the same way, if you proceed, you will be, you can see that this is correct and option D will be wrong. So, you can proceed in the same way. You can see that option A and C will be correct and option B and D will be wrong. Okay. So, actually this is a very good question. It's a very simple question, so that you should know the properties of determinants like skew symmetric matrix property. Okay. And maximum minimum, how to find the maximum minimum of cos theta plus sin theta, or to draw the graph of cos theta plus sin theta, etc. Okay. Thank you so much.